6:30 a.m. on this Friday, January 23rd. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Del Caballero's here, tracking commuter alerts right now. Storm Team 4's Maria Larosa has the forecast.
Yeah, it's cold right now. It's getting chillier, so that's laying the foundation. That has not changed. Let's show you the status right now. There it is, the start of our winter storm, believe it or not, off the California coast. So still several hours before that gets going, and of course a couple of days now before it moves into our area. So it is cold and dry and clear right now. We've got 31 at Central Park, 16 in Poughkeepsie, 31 in Islip. So we're about 15 degrees colder than we were this time yesterday. That'll continue to settle in, that chill, especially tonight. So planning today, 35 degrees, mostly sunny skies through noontime, 33 by 5 p.m. It will start to get gusty in this period, so wind chills, teens and 20s, but then really plummeting heading into the overnight. By 10 p.m., those wind chills will be a little closer to zero, single digits at least. All right, coming up on 6:31, Adele, how's it looking out there?
Now, Maria Larosa, 31 degrees as we get the kids up.
Yeah, we are thinking all the layers today because it's chilly now at the bus stop, right? Below freezing, but it does get gusty during the recess time, so after school feels like temperatures are going to be back down into the teens and the 20s. Obviously colder for the weekend. I am not a superintendent, but I've got the weekend snow timing, and it does linger into Monday. So we'll take a look at all of those factors and the latest data coming in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. And still ahead, radar fleet is the key. And we're going to be watching, all eyes on Storm Team 4 from now until who knows when, Maria.
Yes, we are in red mode from now until who knows when. But yeah, some of the highlights, the details of our storm have not changed. As I'm still getting in some new model data. And so the big picture remains the same. Some of our questions about where some of the heaviest snow may fall or the least of the snow may fall, we also still have some of those questions. So I'm going to get through it all. Some of the takeaways, timing, that's pretty solid. Starting Sunday morning, lingering into Monday morning, still expected very difficult travel, not just locally, but across the country as this develops across the south and central south here as the next 24 hours. Dangerous cold during the storm, too. This needs to be brought to attention, too, with sub-zero freeze, feels like temperatures starting tomorrow and really throughout much of the storm. Getting out and about just to take care of things is going to be difficult, made extra difficult. Ice and sleet still a component we have to keep an eye on, and I'm also keeping an eye on some coastal flood concerns. Right now, nothing that screams major, but maybe some higher high tides as early as Sunday evening. So those are all on the table here. Again, a look at the snowfall forecast map has not changed since yesterday. I'm not seeing anything that's swaying me to move this very much. So northern western New Jersey, Hudson Valley, Poconos, the Catskills, at least a foot or more is looking likelier here. And then in that I-95 corridor in and around northeast New Jersey into Westchester, Fairfield County, and through central Jersey in that 8 to 12 inch range. Perhaps where mixing is a little bit more of a concern, parts of Long Island, Suffolk County, Monmouth and Ocean County. Still significant snow on the onset, 5 to 8 inches of snowfall, but that may keep the higher end a little bit lower depending on how much mixing we see. All right, so let's show you one of our models and the timing by sunrise on Sunday morning. I do stop at about noontime and circle pretty much the entire area. This is where that snow is really coming down. Very difficult travel. Road crews it's tough to keep up with snowfall at this rate. That takes us into the early afternoon. Once we get to the late afternoon, you see the pink on our model here. That's that sleet and freezing rain. That begins to try and push northward here through Sunday evening. Notice it is still all snow and heavy snow through Sunday evening to the north. So sleet is going to be something to watch. And if you think about 10 to 12 miles of atmosphere above you at any given time, we have to model all of that. And a little change in the temperature in one of those layers could change the precip type. So what we're going to be watching is how warm that little bit of warm air at higher elevations gets into the region and when that can mix out. So as far as greatest uncertainty with snow total forecast, it is that I-95 corridor south and east, and it does include the city. Regardless, even on the lower end, it's still high impact. So right now we're at 32 at JFK. It is a pretty looking day, mostly sunny skies up to 35. Winds pick up, so there is a wind chill factor that really drives down the wind chill into tonight with that frigid air settling in. And then beyond the storm, that snow's not going anywhere because we stay below freezing, staying in the 20s for highs from now until next weekend at least. All right, 6:48. Adele, how are things moving along?
Very slowly.